Welcome to another edition of the Man Cave, where we give our opinion on just about everything. All right, so first off, we gotta address this little thing that happened yesterday. We couldn't broadcast during our regular Sunday 7 p.m. because we had kind of a power outage, and then after the power outage came back, everybody's internet took a while to come back. Of course, mine was the last one to come back. So we decided to cancel the show till today, Monday at 7 o'clock. All right. So joining us is the usual cast of characters. Damon, our conscience, that lawyer, that guy that makes us all come down because sometimes we can get highfalutin. And then the Flavor Flav of the group, fresh back from the cigarette convention.
Hey, Flavor Flav is perfect for him.
He can kiss my ass. No, it ain't, because don't nobody look like that.
We ain't talking about looks.
Like that. I ain't crispy like that.
I'm talking about character. Forget the looks. Nobody.
No, he don't even have nothing intelligent. Damn, say shit. No.
You remind me of him. You just got the intelligent part. Flavor Flav is right.
You know what? And for that, and just for that, you gonna get me to drinking right there.
Yeah, you was looking for a reason. All right,
so it's his fault.
All right, so Uncle Art is up in the house. All right, so we waiting on Brother Kelly. Brother Kelly said he'll be here in a minute. Now Damon, tell me, I think her name is Misha,
that's my sister.
Okay. What's up, Misha? Misha just joined. She said, hello, fellas. How y'all doing? We doing good, girl. Just finna start this show off. Now,
what's up, sis?
The today's show is reversing the stigmas of black men and women. I added and women because women got some stigmas attached to them too, our black women. But I want to examine, how did these stereotypes or these stigmas get onto us, and then why are they staying with us, and what do we do to reverse them? Like, when you think of black men, to a large part of society and even the world, the words violent, irresponsible, uneducated, all those little adjectives float around, and it is not representative of who we are, because you can say that in every race. Those adjectives fit in everybody's race, but somehow it's kind of like attached to us, like on an almost permanent basis. And I'm trying to reverse that stigma. Now, here's the thing. Did these stigmas attach to us by from us? Uh-oh, Kelly, come in. You gotta did these I'm gonna have to mic you. I'm gonna have to mute them for a minute. All right, so did these stigmas, did we bring it on ourselves? Are we actually that way? Or was it assigned to us? Was it given to us? And then what are we doing to reverse it? So I'm gonna throw it out there to you. I'm gonna turn your mic on, Kelly. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Just having a few issues.
All right. I think I can hear myself when I unmute you, but you're good now. All right. So first off, I want to hear from each one of you guys. Let's talk about the origin. How did we get these stigmas attached to us? Violent, because I know all of us have walked through a parking lot looking for our car, going to our car, and people have locked the doors. People have gotten out of their car, saw us coming, and then shut them. And I used to joke. I used to joke a lot when I used to walk from my job to the parking lot, and I used to say, "I've been scaring white people since the 1960s." Because I mean, I've had so many people cross the street when I'm walking, and maybe because I'm a big guy, I don't know, but I want to hear you guys' ideas.
No, you just funny looking. That's all.
Yeah, well, funny is relative. So, tell me where you guys think this is coming from.
That's a good one. I mean, it's been around a long time. So, you got folks just scared of black men. Period. You got some, and females, white folks, they all scared of blacks. I mean, some females anyway. They act like it. Um, I really couldn't say where it came from. I don't.
Okay. All right.
Them
So
can be just bad people, I guess.
let me show you guys one source of where it came from. Lots of the time, it comes from white people in blackface. The movie, what's the name of that movie? It's gonna pop in my mind. Where all the characters were in blackface, and they were acting violent, and that projected an attitude, a stigma onto us, even though we don't even act like they were acting it in that movie. The movie gonna come to me in a minute. And then here's another avenue. Another avenue was advertisement. Now everybody's heard of Aunt Jemima, but nobody remembers when Aunt Jemima used to look like this. She was straight up a slave woman, and the stereotypical big smile, white tee, head wrap. And then she evolved to look like this. They just kind of streamlined her a little bit, but still the slave look. Then when I was small, she looked like this.
Yeah.
Looked like she was about 132 pounds then.
Yeah, right. She keep losing weight. And then like around college or whatever, she looked like this.
Oh wow.
So
Claire Huxtable.
Right, exactly, with a perm and everything. Now the thing is, nobody wants their race as a figure to sell stuff, because the black people don't benefit from Aunt Jemima stuff. So why use the face? So they got the message, particularly 100 and something years later, and they just replaced her with Pearl Milling Company. So advertising has a big role in adding stigmas to us. Now let me ask you guys this: have you ever heard of a toothpaste called Darlie? Darlie.
I haven't.
Okay. Darlie toothpaste is usually sold in the China, Japan area. And it's 50% owned by Colgate and Palmolive. I know you guys recognize those names. But what you don't know is Darlie toothpaste used to be called Darky toothpaste.
Right.
Got to be kidding me.
Used to be called Darky toothpaste, and it used to have that stereotypical black man with all the teeth smiling to sell this toothpaste. So when they got the message that this is like stereotypical, they changed the name to Darlie, kept the smiling man, but tried to make him look not so black. He could be black or white. So that's why today I don't buy Colgate toothpaste and I don't buy Palmolive nothing, because they're 50% owners of Darlie, which used to be Darky. So this is in Japan. This is in China, and they still sell Darlie in Japan. They still do it. So that stereotype is still going on, and we don't even know it in America. Black Americans don't know it in America. So that's where it comes from. So we have to figure out a way to reverse this. And I'm interested in you guys' ideas of reversing it, And if that ain't enough, Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben was always dressed like this butler, another slave role. And then, later on, they took him out the butler uniform and made him have a little button-up shirt, make him look really like an uncle. But now you cannot escape because the white people used to call old black guys uncle. All right, uncle, So they had to change the name to Ben's Original. No more Uncle Ben. We pass this stuff every day in the grocery store. So here's my last one. This is, remember the cream of wheat guy?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Guy. They had these posters back in the 20s and 30s of the cream of wheat guy on these illustrations. He was always serving white people with a smile. The chef. And so every time you see this guy, he is cooking with a smile. And this one got this little slave speech at the bottom. And then in 1950, this is 1909. 1915, he's serving white kids in the cream of wheat. 1920, serving Santa Claus. And he ain't never serving no other black people, just white people. So his face became on the box of cream of wheat. I remember seeing that, and back when I was little, I was proud to have a black guy on the box. Did not know that it came from all this slavery stuff until, just up until the George Floyd thing, that they got rid of him entirely. So that's where this stuff is coming from, and it's subliminal, and we just let it go by, promoting the stereotypes. So that's where I say it's coming from. What say you? How do we change it? And what are we doing to do
I got another one where it came from, and hear me out on this.
Yeah.
New Jack City, Boys in the Hood, Minister Society, young black man, drug dealer, turned into a drug lord, killing his own people, don't give a about nothing but himself,
right?
Slapping his baby mama,
killing his brother,
and hating his daddy,
hating his daddy, killing the black community. What did Nino do? What did he set up in a project?
A big time drug, $1 million a night business. Yeah, week business.
$1 million a week business.
Yeah.
Where did he set up? Where was all this at? Hear me out.
In the Carter.
Hear me out. New York City, Compton, Miami, Detroit, Philadelphia, anywhere where the predominantly black, that's where it was.
Yeah.
So if you look at that, we are promoting ourselves as Negroes who don't care. Negroes who are willing to kill their own people, turn on their own people, Negroes who just all about themselves.
Yeah.
That stigma is the one that stick with us the most, because that's what the other races can jump on.
Exactly.
That's what they do. They kill each other.
Yes.
And then we as the black community, I ain't no rat, I ain't no snitch, this and that. But you got white boy Rick who get out when he make deals with the federal, he get time off and all this stuff. I'm just throwing it out there. We have a way to kill ourselves without even taking the time to think that we killing ourselves.
Yes. That is an excellent point. And when you brought up Nino Brown, I went a little bit further than that. There was one movie that was just crazy stereotypical, and it was just mind-blowing how popular it was. And it made black people turn on themselves. I'm gonna show you a clip. You tell me what the movie is.
God Okay, my man Slim's coming in and I'm dropping coming for you. You got to worry about it.
I've been with the bitch 2 years. 2 years and I ain't touched it and I got $200,000 from her.
All right with me.
Hey man, there's Chinatown.
Hey, baby.
Hey, how you do?
Remember me?
I'd have to lose all the brain cells in my head before I forget something as fine as you.
Does everyone need an audition to get with you?
You ain't gotta go through all that shit.
Then I choose you.
Be cool, baby, okay?
Hey, bitch, come here. Got your motherfucking man, come here.
Mr. Pretty Tony, I mean, you know the rules of the game. I mean, your bitch just chose me. Now, we can settle this like you got some class, so we can get into some gangster shit.
You shade tree nigga. You ain't no pimp. You're a rest haven for hoes. You're a car thief. A car thief. The one you got out there is probably hot as a firecracker right now.
It was $35,000. Right?
$35,000 cash money.
No, I get $35,000 plus one, right?
The one I gave you.
No, you gave me six, though, right?
That's
it was one.
true.
I had one. It was six, and the 35,000 plus one plus six leaves seven. $35,000 and seven, right? Motherfucker, can you buy that?
Nigga, next time you hear grown folks talking, shut the fuck up, here. Go get it, Bob. Bring that bitch here.
Freeze, nigga. You wanna die?
Is this where you gonna be, man?
She'll play.
I'm gonna make you wish you never was born, nigga. Let's get out this dump. God damn!
Woo-hoo!
It's like what the Mac was hugely popular, but it was hugely damaging to us as black men. We calling our women these names, and you know how human nature is. You know how America is. If you see it on TV, it must be true. So what image did we portray?
Can I just say something right quick?
Yeah.
Understand, we didn't talk like that. Okay?
Who didn't? Who was we?
Like the guys in that movie and how they was going back and forth.
Yeah.
We didn't talk like that.
You
That's
did
how
talk like
they
that in the 70s.
No, we didn't. Jab Turkey and Cool Cat and shit. All that come from the movies. At that time, they called them black exploitation movies. Muhammad Ali talked well about this. Okay, I wish I had the clip, but that wasn't how we got down at that time. But like you say, they put that out there. It's real popular, and we start to adopt those things and say, "Well, this is our culture." But we didn't make the movies. Those movies are made by who? So-called Jew people over there who we know ain't nobody. Okay? They run all of that. They run all that media. So what we think is our culture has been created by them, and done in such a way to destroy us at the same time. You dig what I'm saying?
I do get what you're saying, but we still took the roles.
Of course.
And we still,
of course,
it wouldn't work if we didn't take the roles.
Well, see, it's easy to do that. It's easy for somebody to take that role when you've already been destroyed. Now it's just, I want to be famous. I want to have some money.
Yeah.
That's where it's at.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. But now we have a chance to reverse it.
We still destroyed like we was before.
I'm not.
Even more so.
Hey,
there's a few of us waking up, but more than anything, we worse off. Look at these kids.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We 100% worse off. So
yeah, I
they
mean,
did
I
their
get it.
job. They did their job. They accomplished what they wanted to accomplish. They got the daddies out the house. They got the mamas acting crazy, and they got the kids out here looking like fools. So
Yeah.
I totally agree with that, but I mean, let's take it for what it is. John Singleton wrote, created, and directed Boys in the Hood.
Mm-hmm.
Mario Van Peebles' father helped create New Jack City.
Mm-hmm.
Mario
Yeah.
Van Peebles was a producer of that movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Jews and whoever white cinema made the black exploitation movies, Blackula and all that type of stuff, but we took it and ran with it.
Mm-hmm.
You see what
You
I'm saying?
can't
So
just
at
because
the end of the day,
Hold on, we
just
got to talk
because
it one at a time.
I'm sorry, just because they produced or wrote doesn't mean that they put the money behind it. The money always comes from the Jews. Just
that's understandable, but they presented it as they were the writers. I get it. Are you right, Art? But at the end of the day, they get the credit for who wrote the movie. When it comes, who gets all the credit for Black Panther? The dude that created and wrote the movie.
That's
he was
right.
a black man.
That's
he was a
right.
black man.
Yeah, that's what's supposed to happen. That's what's supposed to happen. But the bulk of the money earned from that didn't go to them. You dig? That's my point. It's always something behind pulling the strings, and it's always gonna be certain niggas who's gonna be right there willing to have their strings pulled.
Here we are talking about putting stigmas on us, and you just called us niggas.
Right, but Art, I hear you. I'm saying that
I didn't say us. I'm talking about the ones that go along with the program. I'm calling them niggas.
I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. What I'm saying is, even though it's being funded by the other people, the Jews and whatnot, we gave them something to fund. That's what I'm saying. The initial part came. John Singleton presented something because he was born and bred in California. Mm-hmm. That's all he ever saw. Mm-hmm. So he decided to make a movie called Boys in the Hood to really to tell the people what it was like to live in South Central Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. He wrote the movie. He did everything. They were happy to gladly to fund a movie predicating violence against each other. They had no problem with that. Of course they was gonna fund that. Same with Minister Society, same with New Jack City. Those movies were created, written, almost patented by black writers. So we gave them something to put out. That's the problem. Stop giving them stuff to put out.
Unless it's something positive. Like Black Panther. Black Panther was not stereotypical. That made black people proud of their heritage. Black Panther. And now since post George Floyd, for real, you ain't never gonna see another poor black person on TV. Like even in the TV show This Is Us, they made sure the black son was rich. Made sure that because
what show is that?
We're not doing no more ghetto good times project stuff ever on TV again.
And we'll never get work again.
Everybody is running from that. So
yeah, they don't want to put their hands on that really because they actually saw what a black man go through, not just nationwide, worldwide.
Right.
From the police. So they definitely don't want to do that. The Rodney King situation is different. You got a chance to see it post after that was a video. You seen this live and in color. This was being filmed live and in color in a different way where technology can touch way more than what it can touch.
Right. So let me show you guys one more thing. You ever seen this picture of this Vogue magazine cover?
Who the hell will look at Vogue?
I'm asking a question. Did you ever seen that before?
I think I've never seen nothing like that.
Okay, so
but I know what that is. I know what that's about. I can tell you what that is right now.
Okay, hold on a minute. Kelly, Damon, you ever seen this before?
I think I have. I don't read Vogue, but it's all over the place.
I know I haven't.
Okay.
I know I haven't seen it before.
Okay, so I don't know how they got LeBron James to be in that pose and that woman in that pose. I don't know how they got them to do it, but they were trying to duplicate another magazine cover. Go ahead and tell them what it is, Art.
Oh, this is the human version, or I would say the modern version of what's that movie? King Kong?
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yes, sir. I don't know how they got them to duplicate that. I don't know how they tricked LeBron James to get in that pose.
They didn't trick him, they paid him.
No, they had to trick him because that man,
No.
he ain't gonna just do that. I don't believe he's just gonna do it. But
He would. He did it.
Listen, this is the exact stuff I'm talking about sticking stigmas onto us. I mean, whether he was he knew about it or not, they got this guy to duplicate this old magazine of King Kong. Is that something?
He's a mad brute.
So it's kind of like either we are part of the problem or we're part of the solution.
Well, I think I can't say neither one really, because it's all been put on us. Think about the movie Planet of the Apes. What do you think that's about?
I don't know. You got to tell me.
That's about us.
Okay.
Okay, you just saw the gorilla holding the white woman, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't they call Serena? Didn't they say she looked like a gorilla one time?
Who is Serena?
Serena Williams.
Oh, okay.
Right? Don't they call us porch monkeys and all type of shit anyway?
Okay.
So why wouldn't that movie be about us? Think about what you got to, if anybody is listening and have seen all three parts, you got to go back and watch it with a different type of eye and watch what they telling you. They telling you it's going to come a time when we are going to rise, when the monkeys are going to rise. This is what they telling you. So it's all the same thing. This is not nothing that we necessarily putting on ourselves. There are players in the game who are controlling people and things like you wouldn't believe. And there's plenty of us that's willing to step out and get that money and put ourselves out there with no regard for the rest of the nation. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's been like that from back in the day when you had the house nigga in the field nigga. Same situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Same situation. So
okay, I understand what you're saying, Art. I'm just saying, how do we go about reversing it? How do we go about?
You can't do nothing about it.
See, and that's what we disagree. That's what we disagree because it's that idea right there, Art. We can't do nothing about it. That keeps our kids doing stuff like this.
Oh shit! He fucking that nigga up.
See, why is that funny? Why is she laughing?
Yeah, they be cackling like a mug, man. They thinking it's crazy. They be thinking it's funny.
All right. So, I'm gonna tell you right now why they laughing. They laughing and they think it's a joke because they have no clue of who they really are, and they believe that they ain't shit. They believe that they come from dirt. They believe that they're all ignorant and stupid and can't think straight and whatever else. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask a question right quick?
Like that.
Can I ask a question right quick? Do you think that the first Black Panther movie started a movement?
I do. But
you don't?
I do.
See, I do. I do.
I do too.
They had something positive, even though it was Wakanda Forever. It's a fictional place. This meant something to a lot of Black kids. Mm-hmm. It meant that unity can happen in an all-Black country, an all-Black universe. Mm-hmm. So that started the little kids to look at God bless his soul. Chadwick Boseman played that part. God rest his soul.
Yes.
That movie, out of all the movies he did, was the most positive, and it made the absolute most money because what this meant to us started a worldwide reaction. Now I think I know where you're going, Art, but it actually did with the younger kids because when that man died, they had a bunch of videos of these little kids, even though it was Marvel, even though they had kids doing this, proud of what he did, proud of what he brought out. That's a movement. The way they did with George Floyd, albeit it was a negative thing, it was a movement to show that it's time out. When anytime you can get certain parts of Russia to come behind a black person, anytime you can get certain parts of North and South Korea, Japan, anytime you can get certain parts of Iran and Iraq to understand, that's a movement. And it was a positive movement saying, okay, this ain't cool. Whereas Wakanda came out, it was more so, and I know it's fictional. I get that part. I'm talking about the message is talking about where we black, we strong, and we gonna forever be that. That's all. That's the message.
Yes.
Okay, so let me add to that, and let me kind of bring some light to what the message really was, because when if you were watching it, okay, there was a separation between whether or not they wanted to be a part of helping the black people who were basically enslaved or not. And the issue was, well, no, we're not going to give them no technology. We're not going to do nothing about that. We're going to stay separate from them. It's a reason why. Because we are not African. And those people being portrayed in the movie come from the line of Ham. They are actually African. So all it's telling you is how they really feel about African Americans. Like, well, now we ain't dealing with y'all. It took somebody that came basically from the outside to come inside of their situation to say, you need to deal with us. And matter of fact, I'm going to take over and I'm going to do this and we're going to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? But the real point is that we ain't them and they ain't fucking with us. That's really what it means. That's really what it's about. And then they had a bunch of mysticism in there too and all the other shit too. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. Well, what are we
That's
doing?
a deep way of looking at it.
What are we doing personally to? Oh, by the way, I want you guys to know the parent companies of Aunt Jemima are Pepsi and Quaker Oats. The parent company of Uncle Ben's was Mars, and you know Mars is the company that makes every gum you can ever think of, like Juicy Fruit, Wrigley's, Double Mint, Spearmint, Freedent, Extra, Eclipse, Big Red, Winter Fresh, Orbit, 5, Altoids, Lifesavers, Skittles, and Starburst. They makes all of that.
Not Lifesavers, damn.
and they were pushing out Uncle Ben. And then there was one other one I was gonna share with y'all, but I didn't want to like overload the show with pictures and stuff. But remember when Miss Butterworth was kind of built like one of a maid like Aunt Jemima?
Yeah.
But they kept giving her white female voices on a commercial to get away from that. But they wanted to keep the bottle. This is an original bottle.
Yep.
As time went on,
like it was yesterday.
Yeah, as time went on, they started to streamline the bottle and just trying to generify that thing. I know that's not a word, but they tried to make it more generic. And nowadays, they're only focusing on the apron. Just wanted y'all to see that too. But my question now is, what are we doing though? What are we doing? Let's just take this new generation. Are we saying anything to these new generation kids to say, hey, look, why is it that you cannot form a sentence without profanity? Why is it that shooting and killing and beating each other up and recording it is entertainment to you? Why is that? Do we ever talk to our kids about that like we used to?
Of course.
Well, I would say we really don't teach our children anything. We let everything else teach our children. Like I'm always telling my girls, especially my son, Like,
Hey, Art,
we need to
Art,
understand.
your audio went out. I can hear you, but it sounds different now. You don't sound full.
I don't.
No, you sound like a robot.
Oh, robot. Hold on.
Yeah. So, but all right, while Art is fixing that, there is someone who is wh- who's trying to correct the stigmas of black men. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but it came from an unlikely place. I was like surprised to see that she is going after this topic. And that person is um Beyonce's mama.
Definitely. Well, Miss Tina, we're going to get into one of your other shows. You have another show called Profile to the Black Man, and you describe it as a love letter to black men, telling them we see them and that they deserve to exist in this world in their fullness. I loved hearing that. You actually serve as executive producer. What inspired you to do this show?
Well, a young man, Trell Thomas, who is one of my mentees, I mentor him. We would have these long conversations, and he was very frustrated because he said, I'm trying to find content that's positive, because it was during the height of all of the killings. And I said, Trell, if you don't see it, create it. Create something to reinforce that black men are not dangerous, that they are good fathers. You know, it's incredible because the myths are they create a lot of fear. Yeah. And I feel like if we can take away the fear of black men and you can show them in a light that they are actually in, that it will be very helpful. And as black people, we know already that our men are not dangerous and that they are good fathers and that they love us. Right. But I think that sometimes it's important to show it to the world. Yes. So I'm hoping that this show will dispel a lot of those myths, and that, you know, there will be more understanding and compassion, so that we don't invoke such fear with our men.
That's it. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Exactly.
Hey.
Yes.
Man, do I sound better?
Yes.
Man, look. I heard what the woman said, and yeah, that's fine and dandy, but I'll be damned if these black women ain't out here on these doggone podcasts and shows saying the exact opposite of what that woman just said.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And to me, it's like, okay, you asked the question, what should we be doing? Well, I mean, number one, I'll say this, if we're going to do anything, anybody got something bad to say about us, we need to get rid of.
Get rid, as how to define get rid?
Get rid of them.
Dude is so stupid.
See, we back to Nino Brown. Get
rid of them.
So, you know, each one teach one. That's how it should be.
It should be. But the problem is we got the wrong people teaching our kids.
I know, but we need to come back and try to install that in them. One of us as black men, as black fathers, we need to grab one and teach one. That's about the only way we could do. Although, you know, our kids are pretty much grown and carrying on, but there's still some way we can. I know it's got to be a way we can reach some of the younger black men out here in the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your kids got friends. My kids got friends. Mm-hmm. You know, grab one, teach one. That's best.
I don't like none of my kids' friends. I can't stand none of them. I don't like none of them.
So you're not doing your part.
Huh?
So you're not doing your part.
What you mean?
It doesn't matter if you don't like them to teach them a better way.
I mean, I try and teach them. I just don't like their ass. That's all.
It's a tough do. All of us are 60s, 70s kids. All of us is in that range. Mm-hmm. When an adult was talking to us, once he or she made that one commandment, be quiet, it was done. If they sat down and talked to us as bad as sometimes we wanted to go on about our business, we did listen.
Hell yeah.
Nowadays, that's not happening. And because of it, let me put it like this: we really can't do too much because our hands are tied because the justice system now favors the child.
Right.
We can't do anything. We can't say anything without the repercussions coming back on us. But yet the justice system want us to raise our children. How hypocritical is that?
Right. Well, no, they don't actually. They want our women to do it.
What I'm saying is this: Art. They get the good part, we get the bad. Yet they still want, whether it be a woman, a man, whatever, they still want that person to raise that knucklehead kid.
Well, then you know what? It don't make sense.
They put stipulations on it, talking about, well, put him in timeout. Timeout don't work for little Timmy. Timmy done grew up to be a Unabomber. You know what I'm saying? And then you can't do nothing with timeout with a dude with kids like ours. That give them time to think, to go shoot and kill, whatever.
But see, no, don't say that, because that means that inherently something wrong with our kids, and that really ain't it. I'll just tell you what it really is from the beginning. If your mama and your daddy right, then all that ain't even gonna be necessary. Like, I ain't really had to beat my kids at all. I think I whooped Sierra one damn good time, okay, because she went down the street, wasn't supposed to. I think I hit the baby at once, twice, maybe. You know what I'm saying? My son got it one good time too. So with me, it was like I didn't have to do nothing else. When I said some shit, the shit happened. From far as what you're saying, Damon, it's like, how can I say this? They don't want us to raise our kids, right? That's number one. But we're talking about the stigma. I think that stigma increases the not raising of our kids, because then now you got young people who look at black men and be like, oh, something wrong with black men, even though they got a black father. You know what I'm saying? So this stigma just goes all the way down into everything that we do, how we teach our kids, what we teach our kids, what we don't teach our kids, what we don't talk to them about. You know, if we didn't grow up with Claire Huxtable, what would we think about black women? If we didn't have Claire Huxtable, you know what I'm saying? What would we really say if all we had was Cardi B to look at? What would we say?
Okay, I give you that one. Here's the one rebuttal I got for you. All right, you're absolutely right on what you said. Here's the one rebuttal. The black men that's doing right by their kids, see Aaron Hightower, they get punished the most. That's what I'm saying. Don't really, the justice system do the ones who trying to do right like dirt, but the cats that got 7-8 kids, they don't bother them. The one that missed a child support payment maybe twice in a row, they coming to lock him up. But the one that owe $100,000, he walking the street. So,
but not for long, because they know they probably going to arrest him for some drugs or something anyway, sooner or later. So
I get it, but I'm saying the stigma, the stigma that you speak of is correct, but at the same time, though, you looking at where we stand trying to correct it. They won't allow us to correct it when it comes to our kids. We are always put in a bind. They will the system is lined up for white folk and the kids. Period.
You know what?
It doesn't matter what happens with that. That creates a stigma to, well, it generalizes a lot of men. And my cousin, once again, him and Kelly they can speak to this through volumes. They generalize a man no matter what he does. It took years for my cousin to get his stuff right with his sons. Years. And he had to go back and back and back to finally a judge say, okay, this is a good man. What are we doing? Why does it have to take so many times? If there's a man fighting for his child, trying to break the stigma of the black man, why is he being punished? That's the problem right there.
Yeah, it's an uphill battle. You're going against a whole bunch of stigma. Yeah.
That's the problem right there, because Kelly and Aaron were linked into the one bad apple spoils the bunch cliche. That's not necessarily true. If you got somebody sitting here fighting for what they know, why are you making them jump through hoops and hurdles? But my man is sitting on the corner, his 7 kids, 10,000 apiece, and you ain't doing nothing for him.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. You wanna know why it's like that? I'm gonna tell you why it's like that. Because they don't want our families to do well. They don't want our children to know what to do and what not to do, because they know ultimately that really comes from us. That leadership comes from us. So yeah, they're not concerned about some guy who really don't give a fuck about his kids because he don't care, right? So they'll be able to raise them how they want to raise them in the school system or the prison system or whatever else. But when it comes to the guys that's doing right, we always have to be stifled and muffled because they understand what will happen. You know what I'm saying? If we get our feet in play. But the answer, and that goes to the answer to your question, Hightower. You know, what do we do? That's why I say, well, ain't shit we can do.
That's not true.
It's not really nothing we can do. I put it like this: if we're going to get stifled at every opportunity, what can we do?
Who's stopping you from talking to those kids you don't like?
I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying as far to Damon's point. Okay, to what he was saying as far as when the man try and step in and do what he's supposed to do and he get his ass towed up for it. I'm saying, what can a man do in that situation, right? What can we really do?
The most you can do, in my opinion, is at least try to talk to him. At the end of the day, the child gonna probably make up his own mind, but at least put the seed in his head, because I can only speak for myself. Talking to my sons is a difficult thing because they so headstrong and the world really got them, and they were raised correctly. They know right from wrong. They know God. They know all of that. But when you get old enough, I can't be with them 24/7. The most I can do is tell them this, follow this, do this, do this, do this. That's me doing my part. What they do with it, especially when they 18, 19, 20, that's on them. Prodigal son syndrome. You gonna get on your knuckles to where you gonna come back and say, okay, I'm sitting here eating with the pig. I can't keep doing this because it was instilled in me that this is not the right thing. That's the part that we could try to break. That's why I think Aaron is going, and I could be wrong. You can correct me, cuz there's certain things that you can do. You gotta plant that seed. Yes, we gotta keep planting that seed. The most we can do is keep planting that seed and give it to God as far as what we can do. Because at the end of the day, if they were getting that seed and the right positive influence, even through their negativity, eventually something is gonna break. But it's really up to them, because the world is so backwards, and they living in a backwards world that a positive influence sounds like garbage to them. Wisdom from somebody like us sounds like, oh man, that ain't y'all, but that's y'all's time. We got to do that. I hear that all the time.
I do too.
But at the end of the day, it's the truth, because my grandfather told me the same thing that I'm telling them. My father told me the same thing that I'm telling them.
Yeah. And it needs to be passed on, because if it's not, you're leaving your kids out there. And then you'll start saying, well, the world is teaching our kids. It's only because we let them. We just let the world in and program our kids.
Well, because we believe what the world say. So as soon as we realize, I'm just saying, I'm talking about in general, right? Because black folk believe what the world tell them.
In general, you're absolutely right.
They believe, even when they know it's a fictional thing they're looking at, they'll adopt it and make it their life. So when I say that we are destroyed as a people, we are so messed up. I mean, so messed up. What can we do? You know what I'm saying? What can we do?
Let's say it like this. The four of us, what are we committing to do from this point on to reverse the stigma? And I'll go.
Oh first. Man, look, let me go first. Go first. I'm willing to slap any young person I see doing anything scrupulous. If I see a young girl with booty shorts on, I'm gonna tell her you look like a hell of a hole. I'm gonna tell you look bad. I'm willing to go there. Hightower, we should go to Myers tomorrow and just set up shop and call niggas out. Flat out. Call them out. You the fool. You the hoe. You the dumbass. You know, call them out. I'm willing to do that.
This dude here is amazing.
Kelly, you with me?
I don't know about that part.
Man, damn, man. Damn.
Wait a minute. I need two good hands to slap somebody with right now.
Look, I got you covered, my nigga. I got
First
you
of all, Nick, I can't hold mine. I can't do it.
Oh, okay then.
But what we need to do, it ain't. I will say it's not much that we can do to reverse that. But the only thing we can do maybe I'm saying that wrong. We need to work within our own family. We need to grab somebody in our family and start there. We can't go out on the street and slap shit out folks like you want to do ours. It's just not going to work like that.
It would be great though, wouldn't it?
It would be nice. It would be nice. But you can't do that. So you got to grab somebody within your circle.
We could do it. We could do it if they didn't handcuff us. But as a black man, you go slap a child for acting stupid, you going straight up the rip.
That's right. That's right. You got. I mean, you got to start with them. That's the only thing I can say. You got to start.
The days of Bernie Mac is over, man. You can't just F a kid up. Those days are over.
Man, look, the old days ain't left. As far as I'm concerned, the old days still apply.
Oh.
That's
I agree.
Okay, so I'll go next.
Trouble. You gonna say something soft? You gonna say you gonna hand them flowers and tell them just come to your house and eat dinner with you? That's what you gonna say.
It might come to that, but what I used to do with my sons is we used to do what's called Men's Day, and we would just go out and have some lunch and dinner, and we'll talk about where they are in their manhood. Are you interested in girls? How are you handling that? Your body is changing. How are you handling that?
Oh no.
We all know that, how our boys' bodies are changing, and their bodies may grow hair and start stinking, but their brains are still like 3 years old. So you gotta be that bridge between the brain growing up and the body growing up. And that's what I did. I took my son's friends to Men's Day dinners. Because I don't know where their dad or mom are teaching them. So I wanted to instill some stuff from a man, and I wasn't real nice about it,
You can't be.
So that's one thing that I do that I continue to do. But the only thing about it is it gets harder because these kids, I may be the first man they even come across. And here's a quick example. So I'm at work, and this guy was telling me he wanted me to take him to get something to eat in the morning. Sometimes we just go get some breakfast before we start work. And I have a problem with doing that. But he kept saying, I'm hungry. So
I see your youngest. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. So the supervisor was like, hey, I need you to go do a job before you go to your real job. I'm like, okay, cool. So we didn't get a chance to take this guy to get something to eat. And so he kept complaining, I'm hungry. And I said, well, don't you want to get up and eat before you come to work? He was like, no, I got to be here. I get up at 6:30 and I got to be here at 7. And I said, well, don't you want to get up earlier?
Get your ass up at 5:45.
And he said, hell no.
Well, you hungry then. You gonna be hungry
then. You ain't that hungry.
I was like, really? So somebody in your family caters to you, and I'm not doing it. So sometimes we got to be a brick wall to some youngins, so they'll know that the world just don't move out of their way.
That's why that slapping come in handy off the rib. Off the rib, you slap, and then they be trying to figure out why he slapped me, and then y'all can have a conversation then about why he got slapped.
But on the flip side, is he's an intelligent kid, but he uses all his intelligence as bravado. So
bravado.
Yeah, he all of his intelligence comes through making everybody believe he's tough and I'm a man, and that's where he spends most time.
That's what you call punk talk.
No, he's a great kid. I just think that he needs to grow up because
he got that syndrome, he got that tough guy syndrome. That's all that is.
Yeah. Because he said, I ain't gonna let nobody get in my face, man. Ain't nobody gonna be calling me no punk. And I said, but are you a punk? No. Well, why you gotta go around proving it?
Ain't no playing tough.
Yeah, well, I
You know
mean,
what I'm saying? And tough guys don't talk about being tough.
but
Not
it,
at all.
Some guys you don't hear from them at all.
yeah. So he's a good guy. He just needs somebody to say, "Hey, that's not manhood." So Kelly, what do you commit to doing? Because you got all girls.
He can't slap nobody after them surgeries.
Hey, wait a minute. That's where I'm at. I got all girls. So like I say, I got to start within the family. Or, one of their friends, one of their male friends.
Right.
Sit down and talk with them and tell them, look, this is how things should be.
Yeah. Talk to the baby daddy. Yeah.
Yeah. I have. And I will again. So there's no shame on that one. If you're looking for something in life, and but first you got to make sure that young person is looking for something out of life.
Yeah.
And is somewhat on a decent path already. Because if that's a lost cause, pretty much. You wasting your time and breath by trying to teach him how to be a man, how to be a black man in society today. That shit's not easy. That's not easy at all. You got all this other stereotyping crap going on, all of these rap artists and videos and all of that BS going on to make it difficult for the weak-minded person to jump on board that way.
Man, look, let me tell you how bad it is, dog. Me and the wife, we went to ride out one day. I just got this truck or whatever. So, I took on a ride and I wanted to show out. I wanted to act like I was big time, but I ain't shit. So anyway, so we ride downtown and we heading down there. We hit one of them little side streets there over there by the Atwater. And when I'm telling you, there was a young girl out there on the sidewalk with her hand was on the the sign that say don't park. She was holding the sign that say don't park, and she was out there just shaking her shit all around every damn way. You know how they be doing that twerk thing, they shake all around. And she looked at me and I looked at her and I was like, Lord have mercy, what the hell we gonna do?
My first question is, where's her father?
Thank you. Because she wasn't no more than 17, 18 years, maybe 20 at the most.
Yeah.
My daughter left out of here yesterday to go do some hair. And I looked at what she had on. I said, you better put something on and cover that shit up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Period. Hey, and don't take it off. And don't take it off when you get there.
It was a chick on Instagram. It was a chick on.
Who that is? Who they calling there?
It was that my little cuz. I call it back.
Oh, okay.
It was a chick on Instagram that said something that blew my mind. She said, "I know I'm finna lose a lot of female friends. I gotta tell the truth though. If you think what you doing as far as standing around and thinking sex is gonna keep a man and that's all you got to offer, you a prostitute. If you think a mature man is just gonna sit back and all he want is sex, you wrong. If you think that selling your little whatever is gonna get that man to stay with you, you're a prostitute and you're an idiot. Because a mature man wants way more than that, because that gets old. He wants to know where your mind at. So for all of the friends that I lost, you're prostitutes because you disagree with me. I thought she was spot on. So my thing is, I got two little girls, and I got something for them. I can go get my daddy's shotgun, and keep mine. You gonna meet the friends, and I'm gonna sit down and talk to you and say, look here, if you're not about treating my daughter with respect, bring her home. She ain't got to stay with you. Bring her home, because her daddy gonna always love her. Right. You bring her home before you raise your hand or ball your fist up. Look at this table. Keep the picture of the table in mind, because here's one, and you see what's leaning on the chair.
Wait, so somebody tell me Art ain't got the camera like he finna use the bathroom. Tell me you come.
I hope not.
What are you doing?
Please tell me.
What are you doing?
I'm minding my damn business.
Well, turn that camera off.
Turn your camera off, man. This nigga. I'm scared.
Turn your camera on, bro.
I'm
We don't wanna
done.
see
No,
you.
it don't even matter. I'm done. No, I'm outside.
Oh my goodness.
We don't want to.
You.
We don't want to see you worshiping that porcelain god. What's wrong with you?
I wasn't in there long enough to worship them. No.
I can't believe you took us with you.
All right, I'm back.
I can't believe
Man, this dude here is a special young man.
Yeah,
You a
man,
special
yeah.
little dude.
every
Man,
time
look, I couldn't hold it, man. You get a certain age, ain't no holding it. Ain't no holding it.
What? Turn your camera off.
I thought I did.
If you didn't see the little blank thing on the screen, you couldn't have turned it off.
Hey man, look. Ain't this a real show? Ain't we real men? Don't we just ain't we do what we're supposed to do?
Real men like they privacy in their bathroom too, though.
Like man, I don't know, dog. I don't be giving a shit. I leave the door wide open when I go in there. I don't give a hell.
Well, God bless you.
Each one, Archie excluded from that. You excluded.
God bless to keep you on that one. I don't want to see that.
Every time,
say what now?
Every time I think you can get more art like.
You do it every time.
It's like, what in the world? Because I'm looking at you like, I know this dude ain't got the camera looking up at himself. But we don't have to know that much about you.
If you wouldn't have said shit, if you wouldn't have said shit, nobody would have known.
Yeah, they would have.
I seen you step out, bro. You ain't stepping out just to step out. So we kind of figured. Then when it got dark, I looked at my window like, no, it ain't getting dark that fast. How he get dark? I don't stay but down the street from Art. We're still on the same daylight savings time.
I'm gonna apologize. I'm apologize to everybody watching the channel. I didn't mean to do that.
Yes, you did.
But wait. All of me, Kelly, and Art's house are built similar.
I'm sorry, but I'm 47, and when
so our houses are built similarly, so I know what the bathroom ceiling look like.
Right.
So it's like, is that the bathroom ceiling?
You probably saw the shower curtain too, didn't you? You probably saw the shower curtain too.
Yeah,
I did.
I can't, man. You just this.
To be honest, my cousin kind of beat me to it because my question was gonna be, "Hey, bro, what's going on? You got is the bladder bothering you?" That's what I was gonna ask you because it got dark too fast.
My gosh,
I know you went in the bathroom.
It was bothering me, and now it's fixed.
I understand, but that's why you turned the camera off.
Yeah, you didn't have to take us with you.
You know, I hit the mic instead of the cam. This is new on my phone. I use that on my phone. I'm trying to learn the technology. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, we're gonna let it go. Let's not let it happen again. Nobody want to see you sit.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
I ain't letting it go. I'm not gonna let it go. I can see on my phone, which I'm using right now, mic and camera.
Yeah.
Two different symbols, okay? No, that's bullshit.
You know, when it's coming, you get a little frantic. You hit the wrong thing. You hit the, you need to hurry up. You hit the wrong thing. You be frantic, trying, So
this
it's all good. All right, we got you. This is the first time offense. We just don't want it to happen again.
Oh my
God!
God!
When we gonna have the barbecue again? That's all I want to know.
Hey, man. Speaking of food, we got to pay some bills so everybody can regroup, and then we're gonna come back and give our takeaways because Art just flushed this show down.
Man, if you would have told me you was gonna do that 5 minutes ago, I would have held it.
All you had to say is, "Hey, man, I'll be right back," and we could have went to the commercial.
What?
Looking for good homemade cuisine at a reasonable price for your next event? Well, look no further. Hightower Catering. The best caterer in the city is just a dial away. Hightower Catering. Let Chef Hightower and his staff bring good food and good moves to your next social event. Hightower Catering. Hightower Catering has a wide array of cuisine made by his own special seasonings. Hightower Catering does it all. Call Hightower Catering today. Hightower Catering. Good food equals good mood. Hightower Catering. Call Hightower Catering at 313-478-6030. That's 313-478-6030. And find us on Instagram and Facebook. I don't even know what else to say.
You ain't gotta say nothing. All I'm gonna say is I'm hungry now.
Okay, so takeaways. Get this man off this.
Yeah.
Don't get me off. Don't get me off.
Let's
let this young man regroup. He didn't invited us in his bathroom. Now he hungry. So let's get him to regroup.
At least you didn't see the toilet.
We didn't have to see it.
We
You
didn't have to see the
what you were
toilet.
doing.
Yeah, we didn't have to see it.
I'm just saying, at least you didn't.
But we didn't have to.
You making excuses. We gonna get this dude here. I love you, Art, but I don't love you.
I'm just saying, you know, because it's a couple scars in there from this morning. I ain't get out of there yet, so it's good you didn't see it.
Hey, get to the takeaways, man. Please get to the takeaways.
You know how when that shit explode, when it come out and explode, get everywhere.
Come on, man. Hey,
I don't forgot the topic, man. Okay, so Damon, tell me your takeaways about how we going to reverse the
Did this man just say what he said, man?
No, I didn't. I didn't say it.
You just added another. He just added another stigma to us.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Everybody got to pee. You can kiss my ass. No.
You know what you? Okay, here. I'm gonna say my takeaway, but I'm gonna preface my takeaway with this. Arthur added another stigma, the I don't care stigma. That's the stigma he added. The I don't give a you know what.
Oh my god.
Y'all can kiss my you know what stigma. But my takeaway of the show is goodness gracious. My takeaway from the show is that the stigma, I learned something new about a lot of it because you telling us Pepsi created, what was it, Aunt Jemima?
Pepsi owns Aunt Jemima, yeah.
Okay, so that was one of my favorite drinks. That's terrible because you finding out a lot of stuff and you attach to yourself to these places and you not knowing that they feed a stigma about you.
Yeah, exactly.
So my takeaway is know what in the world is going on around you.
Yes.
Because if you know, then you can teach better what you know.
Exactly right.
That's my takeaway.
Yes, and that's why I brought up the parent companies of those things, so you'll know that they're trying to do things under other names. Yeah, Kelly, what's your takeaway, sir?
Yeah, well, you taught me a lot with this one today. I was, completely lost to all of that.
Really?
But I guess my takeaway would have to be almost as Damon's. Learn. We got to learn something.
Oh yeah.
Find out what we doing, who we buying stuff from.
Yes, exactly, Kelly. Exactly.
We got to figure this out
because the money holds the power.
Money is power.
Yes, sir.
Blank and simple. There's no other way around it.
Yeah, that's why I named all those gums that the Mars Corporation makes. They make Snicker. They make Mars bar.
I don't even chew gum, but Snickers was one of my favorite candy bars, and Pepsi was my favorite drinks.
And Mars makes Snickers, and they also put out Uncle Ben.
Yeah. Oh, that's deep.
Man. We got to know who does what because all you gotta do is change the name, and they'll throw you off the scent.
Throw you off again. That's it.
Yeah. And so, the Grand Flush Poobah. What's your takeaway?
That's your new name, bro. I like that. Grand Flush Poobah. I love it.
You know what, Tyler? I love you, but man, you ain't shit for that, man. Well, you ain't shit. You ain't
that is your new name.
Money, man.
Hey, thanks, cuz. I will never forget that one. That sticks with you, pimp.
This is why I ain't helping you with that grass this summer. This is exactly why. I knew I was thinking right when I said, no, I ain't going down there. No, forget that. I ain't going down there. My takeaway is, there's a lot of things that have been perpetuated on us to cause us to behave certain ways. And then from that, we've chosen to adopt whatever it is that they say or depict for us to be. Mm-hmm. to Damon's point, anytime you look at a black man, especially if he's dark skinned, he's some type of criminal. You know what I'm saying? He don't care about his family, his wife. He don't respect his mama. He don't care about nobody. Everybody is a jackass to him, and he don't give a shit. You know. And if we are going to change that, then I guess it's just going to take men like us to stand up and walk out here, go down to Myers, like I say, and post up, and just start slapping niggas for real.
I'll drive.
Man, we finna get felonious assault charges and everything.
You gonna
just tell the cop, look, this my son.
Hey man,
we finna get locked up messing around with you.
Something gotta happen. What else can happen? I mean, like honestly, what else can we possibly do other than be extreme? We are in an extreme situation, and extreme times calls for extreme measures. We may just have to go out here and just start going upside motherfuckers' heads, because I know when I grew up in my house, let you be on some nonsense, somebody went upside your head.
But that's your family. You can't just post up outside of Meyer and just start slapping people.
Man, Hightower, if you just get on board, man, we can get away with it. If it's at least 3 of us, they gonna feel like, well, this is a black people thing. But if it's just one guy, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
What you gonna do? You gonna see a boy who got his pants down to his drawers, trying to walk, and you gonna grab him and drag him into the bathroom and beat him up?
I ain't gonna drag him to no bathroom. That's gonna look freakish.
You drug us in the bathroom
by myself.
I know what he gonna do. Right. I got an example of what he gonna do. I'm gonna use your example, cuz. Some dude gonna walk past, pants all the way down. Art just gonna stick his foot out and clip him. And then he see a chick that what I've seen the last couple of days, they need to be yelled at. And he just go, "You're a hoe. Take it off. Go dress." Then if it's some little kid that's running off at his mouth, he gonna do the Bernie Mac. He gonna F a kid up. That's all it is. I mean, that's what Art, and he gonna have like 35 charges of assault and battery, and we gonna have to pull up. The Man Cave podcast gonna have to pull up and ask our sponsors to help bail this dude out. That's what's gonna end up happening.
But we gonna fix society.
Oh man. Okay, let me give my takeaway.
We gonna fix our black people. Some of us just got to go to jail. That's all. Martin Luther King went to jail.
Let me give my takeaway. My takeaway.
Malcolm X went to jail twice.
Well, Malcolm X didn't go to jail after he got to the Nation of Islam. Let's get that right. So
well, no, he didn't.
So look, black people are every one of us are on different levels, and we have to portray the image that we want to betrayed on our level. Movie stars got to accept roles that are responsible. Politicians have to do things that are responsible. Mothers and fathers, we have to do things that are responsible on our level. And that means even if you're gonna let a kid in your yard, your kid is in your yard under your rules. You know, you don't cuss in my yard. That may sound strange to people now, but if you in my yard, you can form a sentence without cussing.
Can I cuss in your yard?
No, you can't cuss in my yard.
Okay, all right.
So, but every one of us has something to do on our level that we have control over. And then when we don't use that control, we let the status quo take over. So my takeaway is whatever under my control, like this show. This show is geared toward reversing those stigmas. You got 4 intelligent dudes who have opinions about how things should be, and we're projecting it out into the world so that people don't say, oh, not all black guys do this A, B, C, or D, when you got 4 family men right here who take care of our families, are responsible, get up and work all the time, and we have morals and we are respected in our communities.
And protect the house.
Yes, exactly. Protect the house. That is where I'm coming from.
All intruders.
That's where I'm coming from. So take care of anything you could take care of on your level. That's
all right.
what
I can dig it. High tower, I'll give it to you. I can dig it. You sound like you know something today. That's cool. Usually we be arguing and shit and going back and forth. I'm in agreement with you today. You know what I'm saying? The topic was a little rough. I didn't know if I was gonna be mad and angry and cussing and stuff because when I think about it, honestly, when I really think about what's wrong with us, all I want to do is go out here and stop slapping niggas. This is all I want to do.
Yeah, I've heard you say that quite a few times. So,
man, for real.
I mean, outside the show, you said that in text messages and everything.
Yeah.
So,
I mean that.
So,
Damon, you with me?
I can't go to jail. I got young kids, man.
Man, I'll come scoop you up tomorrow, man.
I got kids, man. I'm a family man. I'm tired of that. I ain't finna go around. You're not finna make me go slap nobody, and then I'm the darkest out of both of us, so I know I'm going to jail.
No, you're not. You're not darker than me. I got more tan than you got.
Yeah, boy, you stand next to me, and the police see me slap somebody, they gonna tase and beat the bejesus out of me. All you gotta do is pull your Gilligan down and walk off.
Right.
You know what I would do? I would say, leave my friend alone.
And walk off while I'm getting tased and beat the
I might not walk off, but I might back up slowly.
Man. I'm not doing that, Art. I'm not. You're not setting me up for failure, sir.
We got to end the show. We got to end the show. Now you know we always have an after show, so if y'all can hang out, we can hang out. But I want to thank all of our people for joining us. We want to thank Maddie and Misha. This Misha.
Maddie.
Yeah,
Misha, Maddie for coming through, and everybody who's watching this on the rebroadcast, and everybody that watched live that didn't leave a comment. We appreciate all the feedback. All the
yes, we do.
Hey, what? Hey, Maddie and Misha, don't y'all go to Myers tomorrow? Don't y'all go up to Myers tomorrow, because I'm gonna be there between 12 and 4. Don't you go up there.
Hey, this man, no man, he done lost it. We didn't.
Go ahead. But okay, so the last little piece is I want to give a special shout out to the All the Way There podcast hosts, Keela B and Tanya Dixon, because they are the ones who hit me up to this platform that's working out for well. So thank you, ladies, for sharing your information with the community, and that's why I respect them really, really highly.
Yeah, and come on back, and let's kick it. Let's talk. We can talk about it. Don't matter. We can talk about gummy worms. Let's come on back.
Man, look, if ain't nobody trying to follow you into the bathroom, Art.
I don't eat gummy worms in the bathroom.
Ain't no telling.
If Cuz got some videos or something that you can that he playing, just go take a leak real come on back. That's what I did. That's what I did.
That Mac video was a whole 3 minutes. You could have.
Yeah, you could have. Yeah.
It wasn't ready to come out then.
We go.